Hello. Welcome to part 2 of our husband and wife segment. So my name is Danielle, and this is my husband.
Hi guys, my name is Lawrence. Happy to be here and to discuss some of the topics we're going to talk about today.
So we didn't want our last video to be long, so if you haven't watched it, please watch it. That video has to do with money, like money, finances. It also has to do with intimacy and selfishness in relationships. Now we are going to discuss some not being clingy and giving each other space. So I take pride in making sure, because we have three children, and we have a man cave because I want him to feel like he's away sometimes, away from all the chaos. Because we as women can kind of deal with it differently than men do. And I gotta have my space, and he's gotta have his. So he's gonna talk a little bit about it because it seems like men need a little bit more of their space in a different way than women. So I'll let him take over on this.
Yeah, absolutely. So so men typically want space to themselves, time to collect their thoughts, and just kind of relax, especially after a long day. And that's not to say or not to marginalize the space that women need as well. I think both parties are very essential to that, and they definitely need time to themselves. For men specifically, though, just speaking regarding the men, it's definitely imperative that we have space just to kind of relax from time to time. That's just our moment of peace, if you know what I mean. You may see your man go in the bathroom a lot and just kind of take haven in there. That's just so they can kind of get away. And it's not anything personal. It's not that they don't want to be a part of the family, or they don't want to be around, and they don't want to be around the kids. It's not that. It's just that every day, maybe not even every day, maybe a few days out the week, just to be able to take that time and collect your thoughts and have a little bit of time to yourself is good, and it helps to enrich the relationship as well.
And he says that because that's what I was feeling at first, like, why are you trying to be away from us? And he's like, I need my space. And not that I didn't give him space before, but I'm thinking like, this is, he's hiding away. But yes, so he does like what, fishing, boating, to kind of get time away and hang with his boys and things like that. So and we as women, we need that time, and a lot of it is through pampering and self-care. So that time we get in our massage or shopping, just away from the home, away from the kids, because typically when we're home or when we're with the kids, we're thinking of things we have to do. We have to clean, we have to cook, we need to get groceries, we need to do this with the children. And it feels so good to get away from it sometimes so we can have fun. And that's where, if you go to that last video, that's where the date nights and things comes in, if you want to do things together. But there's time that we need to be apart, because no man or woman likes a clingy mate. Okay, you want to kind of detach, because then you can miss each other a lot more, right?
Also, too, just for men, it's important that we give our women the space they need and help them in that. So that means you watching the kids or you making dinner. That's important as well, just to make sure that women have the space they need to relax and rejuvenate.
Yes, because when we relax, then we can keep ourselves up so we can be desirable for our men, when it's time to be intimate. So, and it's hard to be intimate, at least for women, when we are in an emotional state that is not relaxing, or where we're not, resting in our femininity. When we always feel like we have to get up and go and do, it's hard for us to want to get to that point of intimacy, right? The same way if you're in survival mode, you don't really have time to sit and relax. Well, so that's it for that. We just wanted to do a little segment of that and separate it, because a lot of times people are clingy and they try to insert themselves too much in the other person's space, and that can kind of affect the relationship. So you're going to have to communicate that and what you guys want, so your relationship can be, because everyone's relationship is different. one last thing I want to talk about is femininity and masculinity. How do you feel about that in relationships, being a traditional man?
I mean, I think that God put us all on this earth to serve a purpose, and I think neither one of those purposes can be marginalized in any way. Women serve a purpose as nurturers, but also, women are hard workers as well. So that there, especially in today's society, that can be a challenge. For men, we serve the purpose of sort of being the protector and the provider, and that can also be a challenge as well as society's norms become more normal each and every day. So what I mean by that is it's important for us to embrace who we are in the sense of our more traditional roles, because I think that it helps make for a better relationship. Men like to be men like to be respected. That's a very important part for most men, just like women like to feel protected and to feel that their man is there to provide for them as well. Oftentimes in today's society, we see that a lot of men aren't pulling their weight, whether it be from a protection perspective or whether it be from a providing perspective for your family. And that's not to say that it's like you don't make enough money or things like that, but protection and providing is not always money related and strength related. Sometimes it's being there, spending time with your family. That could be a example of providing. Protection could be an example of making sure things are fixed around the house, making sure that your family has a secure home. So I think from a man's perspective, those are the things that we need to do to kind of step up, and if we want to wear the hat and be a respected party.
Yeah, I agree. And you already know my take on femininity and how I feel about what it is to be feminine. And it's not to be weak or anything like that, or we only have the role of cooking and cleaning and taking care of children, but it's the way we, our confidence, our energy, because men need that positive energy. They need that nurturing feeling. They need that type of love. And you want to look good and you want to feel good around your man. And that's what I mean about femininity. It's more of an inner beauty, but you can check out my videos for that. But this is all we have for you. Thanks for tuning in to Mrs. Danielle DeVita. Take care.
Thank you. Have a good one.